My wife used her late ex-husband's sperm to get pregnant. At our child's first birthday, I exposed the truth and destroyed our marriage. I read it. I never imagined my life would change so drastically in an instant. I worked her years ago. I never thought I would experience the kind of heartbreak that comes from the deepest kind of betrayal. But here we are, and my work name is Daniel, and I've been married to my wife Olivia for 5 years. We've always wanted children. But after years of trying and many fertility treatments, nothing seemed to work. We went through everything. Hormone tests, sperm counts, countless ultrasounds, but every result was normal, and still, no pregnancy. Olivia suggested using a sperm donor, and at first, I resisted. I didn't have any medical proof that I was the issue. The thought of raising a child with another man's sperm bothered me deeply. And I wanted our child to be ours, to carry on my family's features, my father's chin, or my grandmother's green eyes. So, I pushed back, and we kept trying on our own. For years we tried, and it felt like every month was a crushing defeat. Then one day, after nearly 3 years of failed attempts, Olivia came to me again saying, "Daniel, maybe we should consider using a donor." I've thought about it a lot. I felt like I was cornered, and my response was firm, no, we're not doing that. Olivia seemed to accept it and continued trying. Finally, after 5 years of heartbreak, I dropped who Olivia tested positive to my knees when I saw the pregnancy test. It was the happiest moment of my life. Olivia was pregnant, the pregnancy went smoothly. She had typical nausea, the exhaustion, but she insisted on attending the doctor's appointments alone. She reassured me. "You're working so hard, Daniel. It's just a routine ultrasound." I was busy with work, so I didn't argue, but I began to feel increasingly left out. The day Jason was born, I felt a strange unease, but I brushed it aside, and the nurse handed me our son, and I held him for the first time. Something was off. His features, his hair, the shape of his ears. It didn't resemble me. I told myself that newborns all looked the same, and maybe it was just the lighting. But as weeks went by, my suspicions grew. Jason didn't look like me. Not even a little bit. It was more than just his physical appearance. Something in my gut told me something wasn't right. Then one night, when Olivia was scrolling through her phone, I caught a glimpse of a photo of an older man. Dark wavy hair, a strong jawline, and a slight smirk. Before I could even read the name, Olivia quickly turned off her phone. I thought I might be overacting. Who was mad at it haunted me. Was this the sperm donor? A few nights later, I picked up Jason from his crib. And in the soft glow of the nightlight, I saw it. The faintest resemblance to someone I'd never considered before. Olivia's late ex-husband, Ethan. Ethan had died in a tragic accident 2 years before Olivia and I reconnected. I had never been comfortable with pictures of Ethan, but I figured it was harmless. That night, it hit me like a ton of bricks. What if Jason wasn't my son? I couldn't shake the feeling, and the more I looked at Jason, the more certain I became. I started snooping around, searching through old boxes and files in the attic, telling myself I was being paranoid. But one day, a folder labeled genome preservation, containing documents from a cryobank. The sperm had been preserved. The name on the form was Ethan Anderson. The dates on the documents were months before Ethan's death, and Olivia had used her late ex-husband's sperm to get pregnant, all while we were still trying to conceive. I couldn't breathe. I was consumed with anger, confusion, and heartbreak. My wife had secretly gone behind my back, using another man's sperm to have a child without my knowledge or consent. My mind was racing. How could she do this to me? I was devastated, but I couldn't confront her immediately. I needed to plan my next move. I decided I'd wait until Jason's first birthday, just a few weeks away. I would expose the truth then, no matter what it cost me. The day arrived, and Olivia planned a small party for Jason. Her parents, friends, and a few coworkers were there. Jason, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing, sat in his high chair, covered in frosting, and I watched Olivia's eyes flicker with worry whenever I looked at her, and I knew it was time. I took a deep breath and said in a walk to the center of the room, and said I'd like to share something about Jason's paternity. Olivia's face went pale. Her parents looked confused. The room fell silent. I continued, "I know about the sperm donor, Olivia. I know you used Ethan's sperm to get pregnant. I have the documents to prove it." Olivia gasped, but I didn't stop. "Cryob everything, everything. Foul bankards, the fertility procedures, the payments to the cryobank. Jason isn't my son, Olivia." The room erupted into chaos. Olivia collapsed to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably. Her parents stood there, frozen. Trying to process what I had just said. I turned to Olivia's father. "You knew about this too, didn't you? How long you all planning to keep this secret from me?" Her father tried to defend her, but I didn't care anymore. And Jonathan, I had the truth. "I'm done," I said, voice shaking with fury. "I'm filing for divorce. You used me, Olivia. You manipulated me into being a father to another man's child." First updating. I have received so many messages and questions since my post went live, and I just wanted to give everyone an update. And after the confrontation at Jason's birthday party, things moved quickly. Olivia was devastated, but I was resolute. I couldn't stay with after what she had done. I couldn't look at Jason the same way anymore, and not with the knowledge that he wasn't my son. I filed for divorce the very next day. I had all the proof I needed, and I wanted nothing more to do with her. Olivia tried to convince me to reconsider, but I was done. Her parents, of course, sided with her, accusing me of being cruel. They tried to guilt me into staying, but I refused to back down, and I am in the middle of the divorce process now, and it's been emotionally draining. I've filed a petition to disclaim paternity, and the legal team is preparing to take action on the paternity fraud. I'm still processing everything, and I feel it with a sense of relief knowing that I took control of the situation. Haven't seen Jason since that day, but I'm sure Olivia will keep him from me as long as she can. And I've made it clear that I'm not walking away from my responsibilities as a father, but I refuse to continue being manipulated by Olivia. I've been getting a lot of questions about why I didn't confront Olivia earlier, and I just want to clarify a few things. I needed time to process what was happening. I wanted to gather the evidence and make sure I had all my facts straight before taking such a big step. It wasn't easy. But I felt like I had no choice. A lot of people have also asked about my plans with Jason. I still love him, but I can't pretend he's my child when the truth is out there, and I'm committed to handling this legally and making sure everything is done properly. Thank you all for your support, and I'll keep you updated on how things progress. Second updating, it's been a couple of weeks since I filed for divorce, and I just wanted to share a quick update. The divorce process is moving forward, and Olivia has started trying to manipulate the situation, claiming that I'm abandoning Jason, and it's posted things on social media trying me as the bad guy, but I'm staying focused on the legal side of things. Years handling the court is handling the paternity frames, and I'm confident that everything will work out in my favor. I've been getting a lot of messages asking if I'm planning to be involved in Jason's life after the divorce. I'm not sure yet, but right now I love him now. I need to protect myself from further manipulation. I'll do whatever I can to be a positive influence, but I have to take care of myself first. I've started looking at therapy to help process everything. This has been a lot to take in, and I'm slowly starting to heal. I've also been getting more support from friends who've reached out after hearing about what happened. It's comforting to know I'm not alone in all this. A lot of people have been asking if I would do it again, given the consequences. The answer is yes. I never expected the fallout to be this dramatic, but I don't regret standing up for myself, and no one should ever feel trapped in a situation where they're being lied to and manipulated. Sometimes the hardest thing is doing what's right, but I know is the right choice. Thanks again for all your support. Final updating. If it's been a few months since everything happened, and I finally feel like I'm getting my life back together, the divorce is finalized, and Olivia contested everything but the court side me. I was legally removed from Jason's birth certificate, and the paternity fraud charges went through. Olivia is no longer a part of my life, and I've moved on. It's been a difficult journey, but I'm proud of myself for standing my ground. I've been spending more time with friends and family, and I've started focusing on my personal being. I'm even thinking about starting fresh, maybe moving to a new city, pursuing new opportunities and leaving everything in the past behind. As for Jason, I continue to fight for him if needed, but right now I'm focusing on healing. It's time to move forward.